Greetings, friends. I hope this day finds you well and managing whatever life gives you with some ease. And I think that really is what we're being asked to do, to manage our lives with some ease. We're all being given something. Globally, we're given something, many things, as a matter of fact. And we might find, I know I do, moods arise and pass, energies change from a lot of energy to no energy. And then how do I meet it? What is the attitude with which I meet it? And what is my perspective with which I meet it? And so all of the teachings, when I find myself, whether it be, as I say, in a realm of like a big flurry or just a general feeling of low energy, how do I manage? Or do I have to make something out of it? And I think that's really important to just meet each moment just as it is. We don't have to make a whole story about it. And I'm also well aware that do some practice because it reminds me of something bigger than the small risings and passings of my mind or my body. And these things happen. So today, let's do practice today and nourish our body, our mind, our hearts, and remind ourselves to touch into the sacred every day, whatever that is for you, whether it's sitting for a few moments and breathing, taking a walk in nature. Touch the sacred and remind yourself of your intention for your day. If we start our day in that way, we're reminding ourselves that we want it to be a worthwhile day and a day that can be of help to others. And so, right where you are, find a way to take a comfortable seat on the edge of a blanket or a cushion and just let yourself wobble a little bit from side to side and just feel down into the sitting bones. And then find the center. And then gently press down through the sitting bones and see if you can imagine or feel that the sitting bones are like roots that extend down into the earth, the sacred earth. Mm. And then from the earth, gently draw the energy up and lift up as the central channel, the invisible spine, lengthens up through the crown. The crown, can imagine or feel it relax and open. And then the energy flows down again now and through, inviting you to just take inventory and relax what you don't need. So meet what's here. It's not about changing it, but just a simple, relax what you don't need. Mm. Mm. It all becomes quite an interesting inquiry into the moment, the 10,000 joys and woes of life, and how we respond in this body and mind and heart. And though that's always changing, it's how we experience ourselves in the world. And and so touching into the sacred, touching into our boundless nature reminds us of something bigger, opens our perspective, and we can see the show that comes and goes. So we welcome everything that's here. And then it's worthwhile to take refuge, excuse me, which says let's connect to that inner sanctuary. the place that is already awake and whole, infinite. So if these words resonate for you, silently repeat them or whisper them to yourself. So from now until I fully awaken, I vow to take refuge in loving awareness, my true home, and touch into that place of home, your Buddha nature, already awake, at peace. And I vow to take refuge in the path of loving awareness, the road that leads me home. Traditionally spoken of as the Dharma, the teachings, the practices that call us home, the way. And I vow to take refuge in the Sangha, my teachers, my friends, my spiritual family, my community, those who aspire to live awake and free. And so being together today in this way is taking refuge with others, with the Sangha. Even though it's virtual, we're still here. We're always here with each other. And then to arouse the awakened heart, the bodhicitta. It really speaks of how I want to live in the world. From now until all suffering is experienced as liberation, I will bring benefit and happiness to all, omitting none. And then pause and to really just feel what that is like to take refuge, to awaken, arouse the heart that is awake as wide as the world. If we just did this, it would make a difference. And if you'd like, we're going to move into a chant. And today we'll chant to Ganesha. And Ganesha is the energy that is about removing obstacles, right? And the words are Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And so as we chant, we're chanting to that energy. May all obstacles that keep me from recognizing the truth and love, compassion and wisdom that I am be released. I'll chant it once and then we can chant together 3 times. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And again, pause, recognizing that all actions have a result, to feel the effect. And then if you would take your right hand, and we'll do a little pranayam. So each of these practices can stand alone. And then when we put them together, it's just that we're diving in a little bit deeper, clearing a little bit more. So with the right hand into Vishnu Mudra, which means we use the thumb and the ring finger, we'll just do that natural alternate nostril breath. We'll begin without holding, and then gradually you might find that you a natural holding happens in between the breaths. So you might tuck the index and middle finger in, or some people like to just rest it on their third eye. And then take your right thumb and you just close gently the little by little crease of your right nostril. And begin to take a few long, steady breaths in and out through the left side. And let your awareness follow the natural rising and falling of breath. At the top of the next breath, close with the ring finger. Release the right and exhale. And take a few long, steady breaths on the right side without struggle. At the top of the next breath, close it, release the left, and exhale. At the bottom of the breath, let the inhale happen. At the top, close, release the opposite, and exhale. And continue in that way, inhaling through one side, exhaling through the other. If a natural holding happens at the top, then stay there and then release as you're ready. Let's do that for a few moments. And when your mind wanders, bring it back to the task at hand, just breathing this natural alternate nostril breath, not forcing or struggling. And if you like the mantra, you can even include that with your breath. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And the next time you exhale from the left nostril, let it be your final round. And notice how the effect of the pranayama just invites a turning inward. And allow awareness to simply rest with the natural coming and going of breath. And you simply rest with the breath as it is. You notice its quality, some short, some long, as they naturally arise. It's not now a pranayama practice. We're just allowing ourselves to be breathed and to take refuge there. And when the mind wanders, it's really not a problem. That's what a mind does. And so, with so much kindness, you just notice thinking is happening, mind is wandering. With so much kindness, you just call it back. Because before we move into more of an open meditation, it's good to create a sense of stability and calmness. and focus. And so we do that in all these ways that we've just practiced. You might even note, as I breathe in, I am calmed. As I breathe out, I am calmed. Or breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. And there could be just the gentlest Buddha smile. These lovely words that Thich Nhat Hanh gives us. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Let's sit together for a few minutes. Thich Nhat Hanh would also add on, breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. It's life just as it is. So a few more moments. If you like those phrases, add them on. And in our last few moments or minute or so, allow the phrases to just fall away and rest back in the open, spacious awareness where everything comes and goes, thoughts or sounds, sensations, and you just rest back. And gently bring your hands in prayer at your own heart as you bow to acknowledge where you are in your own awakened heart. Jai Bhagwan Namaste. Mm. And before we move today, I'm feeling like offering you each of these little practices. Recognize that you can use any one of them. And so here's a lovely thing to do at this time of year, really, or any time. Little eye exercises. So right where you are, just get grounded and long and take a few easy breaths. And then begin to look up towards the left as you inhale, and as you exhale down towards the right. As you inhale up towards the left, and as you exhale down to the right. And continue in that way. We'll do it 8 times. You're probably at 4 now. Do 4 more. And then pause for a moment, close your eyes. And then open your eyes and begin looking up to the right and down to the left. And let's do that 8 times. And again, bring your eyes to the center and pause. And once again, open the eyes and look up and down. So the eyes trace slowly, so you're not flying up and down, but looking up and down 8 times. And once again, pause, bring the eyes to the center. And then let them open. Once again, look up towards the left and begin to make circles with your eyes, starting by going down to the left and slowly over to the right and across. And do that 8 times. Slowly. The next time you come up to the left side, go in the opposite direction. Last round. Bring your eyes to the center. Close your eyes for a moment. And just feel the effect of the eye exercises. And then gently bring your hands together and rub your hands together. And then let them part a little, and you can feel the energy between your hands. And then turn the hands towards your face. And just begin to sweep your head over your head down over your face and your throat and your chest. And then with a light touch, sweep over the head and across your forehead and around your eyes. Mm. And then down the cheeks and then down the throat. Mm. And then just sweep down the arms. Mm. And sweep down the torso and the legs and your back, just gently sweeping the energy off. Mm. And shake out your hands a little bit. And just pause again and notice how you feel. Mm. So, all the ways that we can get energy to move. And then gently open the eyes. And let's move into a yin pose. So, gently release your legs from sitting. Hmm. And then bring the soles of your feet together. We've been sitting for a while. So, let's do a butterfly pose, which will help to release the spine. And then just gently rock the pelvis forward and gently let the spine round down. Mm. And come to the place that feels appropriate for you. That means meet the edge that feels a place you can be. Any more too much, any less not enough. And then scan around in the body and see if there's any unnecessary tension being held. Certainly you'll feel the muscles, but we're not engaging the muscles. So see that the muscles are passive as best you can. If you like, you can support the head by placing your elbows on your shins and your hands in prayer, and your head can rest right on the thumbs. And then every moment we stop and we pause is a moment to pay attention. So we can start with the physical body, and you notice if there are unnecessary tensions, and you relax what you can. Mm. So we're becoming more and more intimate with ourselves and using this tool bag and toolbox that we have, these skillful practices, but they're not just exercises, they really are spiritual practices because we're meeting the whole of ourselves and we're recognizing that we are more than our body and our mind and our heart. Mm. I love the four contemplations that say, number one, to maintain an awareness of the preciousness of the human life. Just to remember that. And second, to remember that the reality that life ends, that death comes for everyone, and this is the law of impermanence. And that reminds me that this life is precious. Don't miss a moment. And this the third one says, recall that whatever I do, whether it's virtuous or not, has a result. And that's the law of karma. It really asks me to pay attention to what I say and what I do. And then the fourth reminds me that suffering ensues when I do not recognize my boundless nature. And as long as I am too focused on self-importance and too caught up in thinking how I am good or bad, obsessing about getting what I want and avoiding what I don't want does not result in happiness. Hmm. And that really says it all. How do I live a life? Remember my boundless nature. Remember that I get too caught up in the me, mine, and I will suffer. And so all of these things that we remind ourselves of, we say them over and over again because it's in the moment of struggle that they can pop up and support us. So take another few breaths here and see where your body wants to go. Hmm. And then gently release by bringing your hands to the earth, lengthen up, release the legs out, hmm. Lean back and sink into it. Let go. And if the body feels taxed anywhere, take your awareness there, take your breath there, take your love there. Because really, that's what we're connecting to. The boundless nature is that energy of love. It holds us always. Hmm. And then please, once again, come on up to sitting. Hmm. And let's just move the body a little bit. So just naturally bring your hands on your legs and just begin to let a little circling action happen. We're just going to do a little easy movement, just a little bit of a stretch. Hmm. And then let the circles naturally grow longer and bigger, arcing as you go back. Oh, kind of clearing out. And you can use your hands on your legs to just press a little bit. You'll feel the side stretch. There's a twisting and arcing. And then at some point, find a little turnaround point. Hmm. And if there's a sigh, take a big breath in and let out a little sigh. And then bring that back up to center. Take a breath in as you exhale. Drop your left shoulder towards your right knee and stretch into that. As you inhale, bring it up. And as you exhale, go the other way. Right shoulder to left knee. And do that in and out a little bit. Hmm. And then as you next come up to the center, pause again and feel that. Hmm. And then bring your hands behind you. And your fingertips can point away or towards you. And then slide your sacrum down. We'll do a little back bend, right? Sacrum down. Gently press into your hands, lift the heart. And you press the heart forward and up. And gradually the head lengthens, the neck lengthens. If it's appropriate and comfortable, you can let the head fall back. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Take a big breath in. Exhale with a sigh. Ha. And do that again. Inhale in. This time open your mouth and stretch the tongue. And then release the jaw. One more breath. To release, press into your hands. Roll the spine up. And then walk your hands forward. This is a little dog tilt now, so we go forward. Walk the hands forward and meet your first edge. Keep the spine gently elongated here this time. So it's not a yin pose, right? We're moving in. The muscles are gently engaged. The spine is long. And breath by breath, you see where your body's ready to go. But you press into the hands so it goes back into the hips so you don't fall into the knees. And feel how your breath now breathes you, the way the body naturally moves. It might elongate on the inhale as you exhale, ease in. And there's a little wave action that happens. Hmm. So find that your own little wave action. You can stretch from one side and the other. Mm. If you like, walk over towards one leg. Walk your hands over and stretch and play a little bit. Ah, become really embodied. Mm. And then gradually walk to the other side. Mm. And the edges will show you where you need to move in, where you need to play a little bit, explore a little bit. Mm. And then once again, bring it back to the center and reach and see how far the body wants to go. Mm. Let the head relax here and take a few long, steady breaths. Mm. And then lengthen your spine and walk your hands back towards your legs. Mm. Mm. And then we've done forward bend, back bend, rotating the spine. Let's do a little side stretch. So just as you inhale, stretch your right arm up. And as you exhale, slide your left hand away. Stay grounded on that right hip. Mm. Meet your edge. Breathe there. Elongate as you inhale. As you exhale, gently roll it upward towards the sky. And you can begin to just morph in your hand and your fingers, your elbow bends, your shoulder rolls. Just play a little bit, explore. The torso can get involved. Mm. And then bring your arm next to your ear and ease into it once again. And then press down and inhale, bring it back up. Pause for the moment. And then on the next inhale, lift the opposite arm, slide over till you meet your edge. Stay grounded through the opposite hip. And find the natural way the body finds its way and clears itself out, exploring with little movements. Mm. Take another few moments here. Mm. And then please press into the earth and inhale back up. Mm. Take a breath and just shake out the head. Good. And now take your left hand on the outside of your right leg or knee somewhere, and your right hand behind you, in such a way that you can stay centered, right? As you inhale, elongate the spine, and as you exhale, just roll from the belly as you twist to the right. And then breath by breath, just as we've noticed before, there's a way the body responds to the breath. As you inhale, there's a lengthening, a little unwinding, and as you exhale, rolling from the belly and the ribs, particularly on the left side. And breath by breath, climb your way in the upper back, and finally the head, and even the eyes. Hmm. And then be there and feel how the breath moves the body here. And then being moved by that breath, explore your way inward. Meet any edges with a kindness. It's not about forcing things away. It's like, oh, hello there. Bring a little breath and a little kindness there. Mm. And then turn your head and look over the opposite shoulder. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, look one way and twist the other. Wring it out. And to release, lift the back arm and unwind. Hmm. And then take your right hand on the left knee. I think that's where you guys are. And your left hand behind you, and find your way into the other side. Breath by breath, climb your way in. And you follow your breath, the inhale. And of course, it's when you inhale, there's a natural lengthening. And the exhale invites the twisting, bit by breath, bit by bit, and breath by breath. Climbing up like a spiral staircase up the spine until the head turns last. And you can even let the eyes turn, take you a little further. Mm. And then just turn and look over the opposite shoulder. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, wring it out like a little mop. Ooh. And then release by bringing the back arm up, unwinding. Mm. And then let your body just respond any way it needs to. There is always a natural, innate wisdom that shows you what you need. And then, if you would, please bring that back to the center. Hmm. And come to sitting and take your whatever you're sitting on away and just bring your feet to standing for a moment. Hmm. And you can take hold right behind the thighs and let the spine grow long. And just a little balance. So tip back just a little and lift one leg and then the other. Find a little spot to focus on. It's fine to keep hold behind the legs. Or if you like, release the legs. You can straighten the legs if you like. A gentle engagement in the lower abdomen. Hmm. And then gently, gently release the feet. Scoot your hips forward. And let the spine roll down to the earth. Hmm. And please bring the feet to standing. And the arms by your side. But first, before you do that, just lift your head, lengthen the back of your neck, let your head grow heavy, and then release the head down. Draw the shoulder blades down the back and the sacrum to the earth. As you inhale, draw your right knee in. Take hold either around the shin or behind the leg. As you inhale, notice how the knee falls away, and as you exhale, use the strength of your arms to draw it in. And do a few in that way. And the next time you exhale, stretch your left leg out. And as you then exhale, lengthen through the left leg and draw the right knee in. The inhale, it moves away. The exhale. The next time you exhale, lift the left foot a little bit. And as you next take a breath, as you exhale, draw your head towards your knee. If you like, release your hands. You can even mudra-size it. Energize, engage. Hmm. And then gently release the leg. Take hold again and draw the knee in. Hmm. And then bring the left foot to standing. Stretch your right leg up to the heavens. And slowly press out through the heel and bring it down. Bring both feet to standing and bring your left knee in. And repeat this on the other side. In the inhaling breath, it gently moves away. As you exhale, it moves in. And the next time you exhale, stretch your right leg out. Feel the opposite energies moving in both directions. And then lift the right foot up a little bit. But still there's energy through that leg. And the next time you exhale, draw your head towards your knee. Release your hands if you'd like. And then slowly, slowly release it down. Bring your right foot to standing. Take a breath and exhale. Stretch the left leg up towards the sky. And draw that a little closer towards your head. And then slowly, slowly release it down. Release the legs. Release the arms and just feel what's happening here. And now, just allow the knees to come in towards your chest. Take hold and begin to invite a little circling to happen. And stop anywhere along the way. So now these few minutes will be for your own intuitive flow. And maybe there's a pose you want to do, or just a gentle twist, or something more. There is a wisdom of the body. So listen and be guided from within. Gently ask, what's needed now? And then follow the longing of the moment. You can't do this wrong. Connect again and again to that boundless nature that you are, and be guided from that place. And that shows up in all the ways that we manifest. That shows up, that infinite wisdom shows up as our thoughts, sensations, intuition. So dare to follow whatever arises for you as you move in this precious body, in this precious life. In these next few moments, please set an intention for yourself that you gradually bring this flow to completion, and then watch how your body brings you there. until you eventually find your way to the earth in preparation for rest, for Shavasana. And if you like a bolster under your legs or something under your neck, a slight covering and an eye covering, please do what you need without losing that connection to your center, to your source. It is who you are. Mm. And then as you come back down to the earth and you let the body just splay out a little bit and dare to take up some room here, spread yourself out. I do recommend covering the eyes. The body just rests a little more deeply that way. And as the body finds its way there and settles into its position for rest, simply bring your awareness to the muscles of the face and take a breath and then just simply invite all expression to fall away. The eyes settle back and the cheeks soften, forehead. The jaw can gently relax. The tongue. Mm. The scalp even relaxes as it flows from the face. And then invite that sense of relaxation to flow down and through you like a sense of nectar, a healing nectar, as it flows down through the throat and the neck, down through the shoulders and the arms and the hands. You might feel that energy right in the palms of your hands and all around the fingers. And then as you inhale, you can breathe that energy up through the arms, over the shoulders, into the heart space as it flows down through the heart space. And you let go into that flow of healing, relaxation, anything that's not needed, just through your intention. And as it flows down from the heart space to the solar plexus, and from the solar plexus down through the soft belly and the back body, the hips and the root. And then it flows down through the legs and out through the feet. Mm. Mm. And you rest in that sense of relaxation, healing. The outer body can begin to relax further, even dissolve to this energy. And rest. The boundless nature that you are. Love. Hari Om, dear one, Satnam, precious name. When I call on the light of my soul, I am home. Hari Om, dear one, Satnam, precious name. When I call on the light of my soul, I am whole. Whole. So as you hear the sound of the first bell, just begin to invite awareness back through the sense doors. Notice any other sounds you might hear. Mm. And swallow and notice any tastes in the mouth. Mm. Feeling your body back on this earth in your place. Mm. And as you hear the second bell, let it be an invitation to begin to stretch. Come back into this body in a most intuitive way, organic way. Hmm. Feeling your way back. Hmm. Until you gradually draw your knees in and roll to one side and pause there. Hmm. Here in this fetal pose on your side, appreciating yourself, forgiving yourself this time of connection to Source, this time of remembering the sacred in this body, mind, and heart, tending to body, tending to the mind and the heart. And please allow the final bell to invite you back up to sitting as you press into the earth and rise back up to your seat. And sitting on the edge of your cushion or your blanket, grounded and long. And pause for a moment here and feel where you are now. Sense doors open, inviting the soft belly and the heart to be open. Open as wide as the world. And if you would please take a few moments and just reflect on our time together. Notice perhaps how you felt coming into practice. Recalling the number of rituals, practices that we did. Perhaps something stands out to you. Maybe there was an insight or a recognition of something that you really want to take into your life. And then if you would drop in a little bit deeper, right into that place of knowing at the deepest level, the one that is all wise and all loving. And then from that place of infinite wisdom, listen to the message for you today, given all that's happened here. What is the knowing for me today? What is it I have to remember? What do I take back into my life? And then listen inwardly as the voice says, this is what I have to say to you. This is what you need to know. And then as the words flow, you can just whisper them back, or if you have a pad nearby, write them down. And then if you're writing, put the pen down and then just sit for a moment and see if there's one phrase, like your own personal mantra, that comes to you that you need to remember. And then let it just fill your heart and your mind. Hmm. In fact, it fills your whole being with an energy and it's right to the brim and beyond. So then take a breath, and as you exhale, send this wisdom and love out 360 degrees to everyone and everything everywhere. And in this way, we give thanks and dedicate the merit of our time together and our practice and our gifts to the awakening of all beings everywhere. May all beings everywhere know happiness and the root of happiness. May all beings everywhere be free of all suffering and the root of suffering. May kindness prevail. May peace prevail. May love prevail. And if you'd like, let's close with our chant, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Will begin with the sound of Om. Taking in a breath. Om. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings everywhere know peace and joy and love and light. May peace prevail. Mm. Mm. And as you bring your hands in prayer at your own heart again, connecting to the truth of who you are, we bow to that Jai Bhagwan. Namaste. Namaste, my dear friends. Namaste, safe. Namaste, home. Namaste, in love. And I hope that you remember that to connect to the sacred, we don't have to spend the hour, an hour and a half. It's really there with us every day. It's not like the sacred's here and not here. But the practices help remind us. So even just a few minutes. So please take care of yourself, take care of each other until we see each other next. My love to you, Jai Bhagwan. Blessings to you.